Making the headlines this morning, Governor Soludo felicitates Muslims on Eid al-Maulud celebration. Rotary Club of Okara installs new president. Nigerian Army begins 2023 recruitment for non-tradesmen women. And on the foreign scene, Indonesia launches first carbon exchange to reduce emissions. Before the news and details, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a attitude around maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the news at 7. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. The Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has congratulated all Muslim brothers and sisters in Anambra State and across Nigeria on the occasion of Eid al-Maulud celebration, which marks the birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. In wishing the Muslim Ummah happy Eid al-Maulud celebrations, the governor noted that this significant event holds great importance for Muslims worldwide, as it offers an opportunity for reflection, gratitude, and renewed commitment to the teachings and principles exemplified by the Prophet Muhammad. A release signed by his press secretary, Mr. Christian Aburime, quoted the governor as saying that the teachings of Prophet Muhammad inspired values of peace, tolerance, and unity, which are essential for the progress and harmony of any society. Governor Soludo pointed out that celebrating the occasion is a reminder of the collective responsibility towards building a more inclusive, harmonious, and progressive society, as well as sharing the spirit of generosity and kindness with fellow citizens. He restated commitment towards upholding the values of unity, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence in Anambra State, which he said are central to the ethos of the nation, adding that together, regardless of faith, the people can build a prosperous Anambra State and a better Nigeria. The Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, says strengthening the social protection system is one of the key agenda of Professor Chukwuma Soludo-led administration, as the government is passionate about the plight of the less privileged in the state. The Deputy Governor stated this at the Golden Telepatol, Agolo, in Anocha local government area when he, on behalf of Governor Chukwuma Soludo, inaugurated a 3-day stakeholders engagement workshop on social protection system strengthening in Anambra State. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
The ongoing event, organized by Anambra State government in collaboration with UNICEF, has in attendance commissioners of various ministries in the state, other top government functionaries, and UNICEF officials, among others. Deputy Governor Ibezim, who explained that the government of Professor Soludo is committed towards changing the narratives in issues that concern the life and welfare of people in Anambra State, which is already evident in actions taken by the administration, including the recent free education for nursery and primary government schools pupils, as well as JS1 to 3 students in government-owned secondary schools, reduction of senior school students in government-owned secondary schools, recruitment of another 3,000 teachers, among other social intervention initiatives. Dr. Ibezim called on private individuals, groups, and development partners to assist Anambra State government to alleviate the sufferings of Anambra and reduce the poverty index of the residents. So according to him, the government cannot do it alone.
The strength of any society actually lies in the weakest links. If we are all here, see the cozy environment we are having our workshop and others, yes, we need it so that our brain will be cool. But remember, there are some people that are in the gutter that we need to work fast to also lift them up. Okay? So we as a government, the governor says it every time. What can we do for this less privileged, the downtrodden?
Earlier, the Enugu UNICEF Chief Field Officer, Mrs. Juliet Chiluwe, represented by acting head in the office, Dr. Olusoji Akinleye, while assuring that UNICEF will keep partnering the present administration of Professor Soludo in actualizing its human capital development plans, explained that Anambra ranks low in social protection and called for improvement. Mrs. Chilue expressed the hope that by November this year, Anambra State will have a very robust policy on social protection.
We notice that His Excellency, the government of Anambra State, led by His Excellency Professor Charles Soludo, has been implementing the solution for transforming the state towards the path of development. And we feel that as a responsible UN agency, we need to be partners in this process. This is especially important when we look at the state of Anambra today. Like the Honorable Commissioner did say, Anambra may not be the very worst, but Anambra certainly needs to be better placed.
The State Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Mrs. Chiamaka Nake, said that the workshop, which is aimed at reviewing and understanding the social protection system of the state, will at the end enable the government to improve the state's social protection system. From Golden Tulip in Agolo, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union of Nigeria, RATAU, has held the East Southeast Conference and Man of the Year Award with emphasis on projecting African culture and values. Correspondent Kenne Chukwuchukwu reports.
Your Majesty, proceed.
It was a gathering of notable personalities in the media and creative industry within the Southeast and beyond for the conference and award night. The theme of the conference is the role of media and culture in national development. In his address, the national president of RATAU, Dr. Kabiru Garba Sani, who commended members for their efforts in being united and firm, emphasized that the conference would help the union brainstorm on key issues facing the country and how to make inputs.
We can say it's a cultural communication sector. So it's very easy for us to educate people. Like what we are going to do now, we are going to look at the insecurity within the nation. We can say the nation, not only Anambra State. Now, we can use culture as a tool to make things happen, to do the right things at the right time.
The Southeast Vice President of the Union, Prince Emeka Kalu, in his remarks, noted that the Union has remained strong over the years and has its members occupying key positions in labor union and government in both state and national level. Prince Kalu explained that the Man of the Year award conferred on Chief Kenneth Ifekudu was most deserving given his exploits, as the award is meant for those who have contributed immensely to the advancement of the society.
We have convened people from across the country. All leadership of RATAU, different strata, have come for our Central Working Committee and National Executive Council meeting. So this is the opening ceremony. And the opening ceremony, we decided to honor him and then continue.
The chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra State Council, Dr. Odogwu Emeka Odogwu, said the theme of the conference is apt as the media help in marketing the culture of the people for international acceptance, pointing out that the positive aspect of culture should be sustained. Mrs. Maureen Stone Enujoke, Chairman RATAU Anambra State, in her speech, said the media have a crucial role to play in sensitizing the people on the cultural norms and values.
We are the media. We are the people that read the news. We are the people that educate, give people information. So it is pivotal on our own side to do the needful by promoting our culture.
The Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Sachido Obidiegu, and the Director of News and Current Affairs, Mr. Gabe Okpaleze, among others, attended the event. In Oka, it's been Kenne Chukwuchukwu for ABS News.
The new president of the Rotary Club of Oka, Rotarian Chika Ibeneme, has promised that the new Rotary year will be impactful. He made the promise during the installation, marking the beginning of the 2023-2024 Rotary year in Oka. Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Mr. Ibeneme said they will continue to focus on water and sanitation, disease prevention and treatment, maternal and child health, peace and conflict resolution, as well as community development in the state. Rotarian Ibeneme said the club will take basic education seriously and will continue to complement efforts of local authorities in aiding quality education, while promising that he will not disappoint in the huge responsibility given to him to serve humanity.
As this year's scheme implies, we are already bringing hope to our immediate community. Here are the projects we will undertake this Rotary year: maternal and child care, water and sanitation, basic education literacy, peace and conflict resolution.
The immediate past president of the club, Dr. Ilma Ojuhu, while listening to the achievements of the club during his tenure, requested members for a support to the new president.
The 2022-2023 Rotary year was challenging, but the club emerged strengthened more despite the initial teething problems.
Earlier, the chairman of the installation committee, Dr. Nwabu Fonwanwo, said the 40th president is expected to achieve the goal of Rotary, which is to serve humanity. Some awardees during the event, including the managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sir Chido Obidiegu, and Mr. Ebuka Igwe of Anambra State House of Assembly, among others, expressed gratitude for the call to use their talent and time to serve humanity.
Whatever project, I've already consulted my board, the management of ABS, and they've given me authority to say that whatever projects that Mr. President and Rotary Club of Oka has during this year, whatever form of publicity you need at ABS, I'm sure you have that. Consider that done.
Anambra State Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Mr. Tony Collins Nwabuwanne, immediate past chairman, Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Mr. Tony Oli, and a staff of Anambra State Traffic Management Agency, Mr. Chizoba Ifedioramma, were also honored during the event.
The role of women as catalysts for change and development has once again come to the fore during the inauguration of Umadu Bune Apune Ezioku Group, with a charge on them to live up to the group's name. Correspondent Kenneth Kuchkoda reports that the Ukpo community-based non-governmental organization seeks to foster peace, unity and progress in Ukpo, Dunikofi local government area of Anambra State. His report.
The chairman on the occasion, Dr. Obi Onwakba, in his address, commended the women for thinking it wise to form the organization for the growth and interest of the community, especially working towards philanthropic initiatives, advising them to live up to the name of the group and be wary of the kind of women accepted and inducted into the group.
As go to our association and they are indeed putting I've looked at your vision, I've looked at your mission, and I've looked at your article of association. But I want to assure you that you will grow. Once you make sure that people that are coming into your meetings are people you know you can vouch for.
The chairperson of the group, Mrs. Ifeoma Nweze, while enumerating the aims and objectives of the group, revealed that the group is made up of duly married daughters of Ukpo, both within Ukpo and elsewhere, with the primary objective of promoting peace. The aims and objectives of the group, she noted, to include development of Ukpo community through human capacity development by empowering youths and women through skills, formal education of underprivileged children in school from primary to tertiary, and supporting families with palliatives, amongst others.
Is a union of sisters, two daughters of Ukpo who are duly married. We have come together as a body to be a beacon of truth and to foster peace in our community as a whole.
Some members of the group, including Mrs. Ebele Onyekachukwu and Mrs. Onyocha Chidera, explained that the group will always stand for the truth in settling feud between individuals and families through fair hearing and standing for the interests of the community, and disclosed that they have visited a lot of motherless babies' homes to support them.
Mr. and Mrs. Obinna. Engineer Luis. In
his remarks, Mr. Chukwugozie Iloikolobia and Chief Jideofor Okoye noted that community development requires the contribution of everyone and noted that the group is on the right track to bring about growth and development in Ukpo. The group earlier called on the traditional ruler of Ukpo Palace, Igwe Robert Eze, while distribution of tubers of yam, bags of rice, formed the high point of the event. From Ukpo, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
The Nigerian Army has announced that applications for this year's recruitment of non-tradesmen and women have commenced and will end on October 10, 2023. The Army made the announcement in a statement stating that all interested applicants can apply online and the application is free. Interested applicants are to complete the application form, submit it online and print a copy. Thereafter, print and complete the guarantor form as appropriate. Applicants are to ensure they present copies of the application form and guarantors forms to the designated state recruitment centers. The Army said applicants must be single and Nigerian citizens by birth and must possess a national identity card, NIN or BVN. Interested candidates are advised to log to the NA recruitment website, that is www.recruitment.army.mil.ng, to complete online registration from 25th September to 20 October 2023. Shortlisted candidates will participate in the state recruitment screening exercise scheduled for 6th to 19th November 2023. Christians have been charged to always show appreciation to God for all his blessings and mercies as it creates more prosperity and open doors for the people. The Administrator Cathedral Church of St. John Ekwulobia in Agwata local government area, Venerable Ifeanyi Chukwu Obueli, who gave the charge during the 2023 Agwata Diocesan Harvest and paying of homage, regretted that many people are finding it difficult to appreciate God for his benevolence and advised such people to have a rethink. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha brings details.
Venerable Obueli, who affirmed that God created man in his image, stressed the need for Christians to be committed in the service of God, adding that the faithful should resist from acts capable of debasing Christianity. He urged the faithful not to be deterred by a series of daunting challenges facing the Nigerian nation, reminding them that every problem and challenge has an expiring date. Earlier, the Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofo, who explained that the essence of the diocesan harvest and paying of homage is to draw the attention of Christians to the need to always show appreciation, equally called on the people to always appreciate the good work of those in leadership positions and to always engage in constructive criticisms. He used the opportunity to call on the federal government to create more employment opportunities for the teeming youth populace, in addition to mapping out far-reaching measures that will reduce the hardships Nigerians are passing through.
Usually we use this harvest and homage service and Thanksgiving to celebrate it and to thank God. So we are grateful to him. And our message to the people of Agwata Diocese is that God will continue to watch over them and bless them and make us to move higher and higher in our service to him.
The pioneer president of Agwata Diocesan Council of Knights, Sir Isaiah Ezezika, vice president of Agwata Diocesan Council of Knights, Professor Sando Bikeze, and the secretary, Sir Thank-God Uzochukwu, harped on the need for the rich to always donate to evangelism for the expansion of God's kingdom on earth. On their parts, Mrs. Ifeoma Ekwueme from Oko Archdeaconry and the retired director of PPSSC, Oka and Agwata Zone, Lady Dr. Uche Mwananu, said there are more blessings in giving than receiving, calling on fellow faithful to cultivate the habit of appreciating God. The church service, which was facilitated by the pioneer clerical senior secretary of Agwata Diocese and the Archdeacon of Oko Archdeaconry, Venerable Steve Nnadi, featured a special anthem by the Cathedral Choir, general thanksgiving by the 15 Archdeaconries in Agwata Diocese, prayers for the Nigerian nation, Anambra State, and those in leadership positions. The president of Agwata Diocesan Women's Ministry, Mrs. Chinyere Zofo, and other diocesan officials attended the service, which various groups, uniformed organizations, schools, and colleges in Agwata Diocese also took part in. From Cathedral Church of St. John, Ivolobia, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
And on the foreign scene, Indonesia launched its first carbon exchange, giving companies a chance to offset their emissions at Jakarta, pledges to reach carbon neutrality in its power sector by 2050. The country is one of the world's biggest polluters, and there has been scant progress on $1 million investment plan agreed with the United States and European nations last year to win the archipelago of coal. The government has lauded the exchange as a way to reduce emission towards reaching the country's climate goals by the 2050 deadline agreed under the $20 billion Just Energy Transition Partnership at the Indonesia-hosted G20 summit in November. He said the emissions trading market would help Indonesia reach its target climate pledges agreed under the 2015 Paris Agreement to help prevent global warming past 1.5 degrees Celsius. The Indonesian leaders added that the exchange could create a new sustainable economy, estimating it had the potential to be worth at least 3,000 trillion rupiah. The trading will take place on the Indonesian Stock Exchange, and it will be overseen by the Financial Services Authority. Now sports. The president of FIBA African Zone 3, Colonel Sam Ameidu, retired, has congratulated the president, Nigeria Basketball Federation (NBBF), Engineer Amadou Nusakida, and former the Tigers captain and basketball legend Mfom Udoka on their reappointment and appointment into the FIBA Finance and Players Commissions, respectively. Ameidu, while expressing joy at the appointment, said it was worthy to note that Nigerians continue to be recognized on the world stage. He enjoined the appointees to continue to keep the Nigerian flag flying and give their best for the development of the game in Nigeria and the zone. Ameidu, however, faulted the closing paragraphs of a publication by one Akim Busari, which is capable of misleading readers and create mischief. And that's just about it on the news this morning. But before we go, remember that you can follow any program on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Twitter at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now, the main points again. Governor Soludo has felicitated with Muslims on the Eid al-Milad celebration. Rotary Club of Oka has installed new president. Nigerian Army has begun 2023 recruitment for non-tradesmen women. And we told you on the forums in that Indonesia has launched the first carbon exchange to reduce emissions. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good morning.